Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Taurus for late April, May 2022. So Taurus, you are in your first house, which is all about you. You are in the spotlight this next 4 weeks. So it's all about you, your image, how you appear to the world, all that kind of thing. Happy birthday to you guys coming up to in this time. So you're in the spotlight basically. Let's have a look. The energy is the Page of Wands. So if you're waiting on news, good news is on the way. Something you may be waiting to hear about. The Page of Wands is very much about it. He's a messenger of good news, positive news, forward moving energy, positive energy. Things moving rather quickly too. So that's a really nice energy to have for your birthday month. So lots of good messages coming through for you and lots of movement. Where you are right now is expect the unexpected. Knight of Swords. A disruptive energy comes in and just sort of blows everything out of the water in this. It's a very young male sort of card, but we can also, if it's not a young male, it may be you just being a bit sort of out of your usual mode. But the energy of the Knight of Swords is definitely a disruptive energy that comes in really quickly and leaves really quickly. So just be reminded of that. It's also kind of quite unexpected. So expect the unexpected basically this month with this Knight of Swords. Air energy, so it's mental energy, your earth people. So remember to keep earth, especially with this energy around too. Even he can even sort of blow the most grounded people out of the water, or what the message he brings can do so. Let's see what is influencing that. And it's the Ten of Swords, another air energy, mental energy, intellectual energy, the end of a family curse. So something or a difficult situation has now come to an end for you. So you can thank the lucky stars for that. It's gone through its whole 0 to 10 in its cycle, and now it's come to the end. But it's very much about family curse, this one. So it's it's in your mind, it's in your psyche. It's something that you've probably been worried about, or it's been occupying your mind. But that, just know that that is coming to an end, which is a great message. Let's see what was happening March, April for you in the time of Aries. And we had forward moving energy, no obstacles whatsoever, just a nice relationship everything going really well together. Lots of movement, lots of things happening for you. Very much a time, and with Aries energy, it's fire. So you've obviously made a lot of headway in previous, and this energy still still exists even today for this month. It's still hanging over you, so make sure to use that positive no obstacles energy still, because it's still there. Recent influences, the Queen of Cups, so very much this receiver female energy of maybe your partner, maybe this female. This is a very sort of still receiving energy, of a female kind of energy. She doesn't really say much, she takes it all in. She's very intuitive. It's a very intuitive energy. So if this person's in your life, you need to perhaps listen or ask advice from her, because she doesn't say much, but what she says carries a lot of weight, because she really operates from an intuitive level rather than a mind level. It can be a water sign. Obviously she belongs to the family of water signs, so Scorpio, Cancer and Piscean type of energy there. Very intuitive. the lesson you'll be learning this time. 5 of Wands, so you might feel a bit held back, but don't worry so much, because that will come in. But you know, just find a way to navigate around any obstacles or any trees that fall in your path. Just find a way around it. Or you may feel like at work, or this is usually a work kind of energy card. You may found that your path forward is a bit thwarted this month by other people in the office or wherever you may work, just sort of, and you intuitively may have that feeling that you're being held back. Well, I would go with the intuition here, that is what's happening. So just use your sensible, methodical plotter, Taurus energy, just to find another way around the situation. Don't become the victim in this situation. Just it's sort of temporary, but it's usually sort of held back. Someone's sort of forcing things to sort of be a bit stuck. Okay, let's see near future. So moving into May proper, we have the Knight of Coins. So very slow moving energy this month, which this is a card for Virgo people. So this you will probably suit you too. It's a slower moving energy, but knowing that you're on the right path, and it may take longer than you actually thought to achieve what it is you're trying to achieve at the moment. So it looks like there are a few, especially with this Knight of Swords here, there's a few different disruptive energies and holding back energies coming in, but the answer to that, to dealing with that, is just take it slow, keep your eye on the prize, and don't be rattled by different kinds of energies coming in to try and tell you, oh, let's do it this way. Stick to your guns. In other words, Taurus, don't be swayed by other people this month. Use your good Taurus energy to keep on track. But things will be a tad slow moving, which is fine for you, but just stick to that. What's happening that you're not realising in conjunction with this? Yeah, the cycle is coming to an end. So just know that, if you have had some mental challenges with people, usually work, and can be family as well, just know that this cycle and how you've navigated it is coming to an end. Because it's a major card too, it sort of means it really is like this cycle is nearly over. So just get through it, learn what you have to do, learn from it, and just move on. Interesting. Let's see how others see you. Yeah, once again, 6 of Swords. So moving from rough waters into smooth waters. So, mentally, it's been quite mentally challenging, as it has been for a lot of people in the last couple of months. However, that's starting to go behind you. So you need to just know that the smooth sailing is coming up for you. So you're out of the rough, basically, and you're coming into the smooth. It's a number 6 card, so it's very balanced. Once again, you've got a lot of mental energy here. You've got 3 cards of Swords, which is always the mind or the mental energy, the intellect. And Taurus, you're very much earthy people, so don't be carried away by all this air around, all this wind. Okay, let's see what you're feeling positive about. And it's very karmic justice. And we've just, yesterday, and we're still under the effects. Yesterday was the full moon in Libra. So we're just coming out of this full moon. We've got another 2 days of its effects. So it all makes sense. Very karmic sort of time coming up for you. Make sure, anything that, if you feel held back this month of late April, May, that it's quite karmic. It may involve people that sort of are dishing out this karmic, or it's just a karmic lesson for you to learn how you're going to move around any sort of roadblocks or funny sort of disruptive people. How you do that is really important this month, Taurus. So don't sort of just, not that you would, because you're very purposeful people, but just know that it's very much a karmic lesson coming up for you. So treat it as that, and you'll see the lesson, and you'll sort of understand what that's all about. Quite interesting. The outcome. And we have the Chariot, so very much emotional discipline here coming in at the end. And this is probably what all this reading is coming up to. So really sort of disciplining yourself and realising, you know, how do we balance things? How do we get everything just to sit the way we want it to in a balanced manner? Well, you know how to do that more than any of the signs, Taurus. So just use that emotional discipline, and especially you've got a few cards here for this month that will help you sort of rein in that and keep everything sort of nice. It's almost like this is the card of the road trip. So before you go on a road trip, you go and get a service of your car, don't you? You don't just go on the road trip and break down. And so it's all about sort of being prepared for the journey. But especially with emotional discipline, make sure you're disciplined emotionally so that you don't lose the plot over any of these little hiccups that obviously will be around in this next 4 weeks. Interesting reading though, Taurus, actually, because you will learn a lot from it, and you are the sign that can navigate this kind of thing very well. Other signs would be going on, I'm not doing that. It's too slow moving or whatever. So let's see your message. Generosity. A true spiritual life is not possible without a generous heart. When you act in the true spirit of generosity with no expectations, your heart expands outwardly as a consequence of the compassion and loving kindness to be found within. Generosity. I'll leave you with that, and happy birthday, Taurus. You will, it's an interesting time, but I'm sure you're going to come through smelling of roses at the end. Thank you very much for listening.